Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're doing amazing today and taking care of yourselves really well in another video. Okay, so today we woke up to so much snow, and yesterday it was just falling, and the entire street, like we have a new street. They just built the roads, and it's just so amazing, so amazingly beautiful. The snow was just glittering everywhere, and all the pine trees were covered in snow, and everything just looked so special. It looked like a fairy tale here last night, and I was just sitting. I was just like, after my classes were over, I just sat there and I just looked at the snow. I watched it fall, and it was just so magical. So yeah, I really love snow, and so today we're going to go and we're gonna do some sledding. Anyways, we already did some sledding, and I ended up like basically just kind of hurting myself a little bit. I have see, just like a little bit here, right? And so I don't know, like I honestly don't know how it happened. I didn't even notice. Okay, it must have happened when I was sliding. And yeah, and I just noticed because I had a little bit of pain, right? And I looked at my fingers and they were bleeding, and I was like, oh my God. So it's kind of strange, like I didn't even notice. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves in whichever part of the world you're at. Today, I wanted to make a video about the chosen ones once again, right? And so, as chosen ones, okay, there's something that you need to understand, and you probably already know this, okay? Deep down, you're a leader, okay, and you're meant to lead. I don't care if you're female or male, right? It doesn't matter what your sex is, okay? Sometimes we can be females, sometimes males, right? It doesn't matter, okay? Yeah, you're here to be leaders. You're here to usher in a new era. You're here to usher in a new world, okay? A world where the consciousness is higher, it's expanded, right? Where people are more aware, where people are operating from their heart space instead of their ego. Okay, you're here to create an honest, a true world that's in alignment with God. You're here to awaken humanity to what that means. You're here to show the way. You're here to pave the way. You're here to usher souls into their own light. Okay, and so you're not here to work just a regular good old job, and not that there's anything wrong with jobs, right? Whoa, hey, you kitty cat. I got you. There's the little fellow. Yesterday he left, and he got back this morning, and I was a bit worried about him because it's so cold outside, and I have no idea how he got outside. But I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's okay. Didn't freeze. So I don't know how he got out. But anyways, so chosen ones, right? You're here to make a huge impact. Okay, you're here to alter humanity's timeline, and you're here to switch gears of humanity's consciousness. Okay, because if humanity continues going the way that it is, just operating in their ego, doing everything for money, and hence just worrying about themselves, just strictly thinking about themselves, then we're in a lot of trouble. And that's why there's a huge split that's happening, okay? The split is it's already happening, it's been happening, but I believe that a lot of people are going to eventually, sooner or later, awaken, and they are waking up, okay? And some might not, and that's okay, but those are going to be the new slaves, And so there is a split that's happening, right? Whereas some people are just completely disconnected from their emotions, right? And they're going to allow, they're going to be led by fear. They're going to allow, the Davos group, right? The World Economic Forum, and those psychopaths. They're going to allow those. They're going to follow the 2030 agenda, right? That they have, and they're going to believe the psychopaths, because they're no longer connected to their own intuition, their own emotions. They don't trust themselves, so they're going to be misled into the wrong direction, right? And that direction is going to enslave them. They're going to, they're probably going to take the brain chips, right? They're going to, like in a lot of people that have already done in Sweden, they're going to take they're going to accept any new technology that's going to come their way, and they're going to use it on themselves. They're going to allow, the brain. They're going to accept the brain chips. They're going to accept the barcodes on their hands, right? Like they've already done. A lot of people have already done in Sweden, right? To ease their life, right? And they're going to. They're doing all of this because they're very extremely disconnected from themselves, and they are no longer relying on themselves or their inner power. Okay, they've given their power away, and they trust external sources, which are psychopathic in nature, as we can tell. They're going to allow them to mislead them into the wrong direction. Okay, into the direction of their own detriment, basically. Okay, so. And that's what's happening, but there's a split that's happening, right? And so a lot of people are no longer buying this, a lot of people are going to stand up and say no, and they're going to take their own power back, and they're not going to trust something because they're told that it's going to keep them safe, right? It's going to keep them protected, right? It's kind of like, a psychopath is telling you that they're going to protect you. That's laughable, right? And like, especially when you know that they're a psychopath or a narcissist, right? And they're telling you they're going to protect you. You're looking at them like, yeah, sure you are, buddy, sure you are. So it's funny because, there are a lot of I will say men out there, right? Because I'm a woman, right? So, and this has happened to me in the past where I had dangerous men come into my life and they would tell me that they would protect me, right? When in reality, I was supposed to be protected from them, So this is what's happening on a global scale, right? Is that these psychopaths are coming in. They're projecting on you, they're gaslighting you, and they're turning this society into this literal garbage dump that they're dumping all of their stuff onto us, and and that's another topic in itself, right? But because of this disconnect, right, that a lot of people are experiencing, they're deep in the darkness, like, for example, there's this woman, right? She slept with 100 men in one day, right? I'm sure you guys have heard of her. She has gone viral, right, on YouTube, but I think her name is Lily, right? And I will pray for her. I hope that she finds herself again, and I hope she I hope that she doesn't go for 1,000 now, because I think that's what she's training for, and that's extremely sad, because, like I said, a large portion of population will they're so lost and so in the dark that these are the types of things that they're doing. They just think that they don't have a spirit, they don't have a soul, And of course, when we're disconnected from source, we've been brainwashed too by uh, even a lot of the children books that we've read in the past, right? Like a lot of, how a lot of children books portray people as animals, right? That's also part of the brainwashing too, which a lot of people don't understand, right? It's like seeing yourself in the book as an animal, right? Or seeing people like animals. It kind of conditions you to accept the fact that you're just an animal, nothing else. When in fact that cannot be farther from the truth, okay? And so a lot of people will, and people that are disconnected, right, from themselves, they're going to use Tinder. They're going to act like from their lowest nature, basically. They're going to act like animals, right? And they're going to sleep around, right? They're going to pass themselves around. They're going to have threesomes. They're going to just do all these like perverted things, right? That are extremely removed from God, from source, right? Because they're unconscious. They're living in fear. They're living in their lowest nature, and they're unconscious of the spiritual battle that we're in, okay? And so the chosen ones are here to usher in a new era, okay? They're here to promote this innocence again, right? And they're here to promote this goodness. They're here to connect people to themselves. They're here to help people recognize and realize their own power, and to take their power back from all these psychopaths that are trying to control them and steal this power away. And they're trying to control us in so many different ways by using drones now, right? And I haven't really been paying attention to what's happening on mainstream media, okay? But yeah, our focus should be on freeing ourselves. Our focus should be on aligning with ourselves, on healing from within, and then, doing what comes naturally, right? And what comes naturally is like living in nature, I don't know, embracing simplicity, right? And going back to our roots, and that means limiting technology in every way. That means walking more than driving. I'm not saying to forget about all of that, okay? But yeah, it means maybe deleting your social media, if you can. It means, leaving your phone at your house when you leave the house, and then, answering all of your calls later when you come back. That's what I do. I leave my phone in my house. That's it. When I leave, right, when I go out with my kiddo, we just go out and I leave my phone at the house, and then I just answer, any messages, anything that I might have on my phone, like any emails, right? I just answer it when I come home, when I come back. And, most things can wait, right? They don't have to be done right away unless you're working, right? And unless that's part of your job, right? And so, yeah. But, yeah, so, we must do this. We must embrace a natural way of living again. And we must become self-sufficient, or relatively self-sufficient once again, in order to become healthier, in order to become happier, and in order to help this planet too, okay? Because at the end of the day, we depend on our planet, and our planet depends on us in a sense, because, of course, well, actually, no, never mind. But yes, we must start taking care of ourselves, and in turn everything else and everyone else around us too, okay? And so hence that's the new world, okay? Part of the world that's going to happen is the 5D world, where people raise their energy, where people will start taking care of themselves, where people will stop doing toxic things that are damaging themselves, their soul, right? Where people will stop sleeping around, okay? And there are so many different signs that a lot of people are on their way towards that right now, Okay, a lot of people have embraced, for example, celibacy, right? Because they've recognized and realized that they have a soul. Maybe they've gone through, sleeping around, and they've recognized that doing this only damaged them, right? And it took their power away, and maybe they felt used after that, and abused, and just damaged, and sad, right? And unfulfilled, and like there was a huge hole within them that needed to be kind of molded, right? Or um, healed, right? Or fulfilled, or filled, right? So and yeah, so now they decided to clean up this way of being, right? Because a lot of us make mistakes, right? And so by making mistakes, right, and by feeling the pain, that's how we eventually heal, right? And maybe change course, right? And so that's okay, right? And so yeah, I think a lot of people will step away from sinning and hurting themselves, and embrace celibacy, right? Waiting for the right person, right? And when you listen to your intuition, when you follow your gut feelings, right? When you embrace your emotions, the fact that we have so many emotions as human beings, and we're so emotional, right? Guys and girls, and that's okay, right? The fact that our emotions, right, our intuition, it's our guiding system. We need to follow it. We need to listen to it. Okay, if the feeling isn't right, right, then listen to it and follow it. Don't question it. There's no questioning it. I know a lot of people that are disconnected from themselves. They're going to be questioning their intuition. They're going to be questioning everything, right? But that's okay, that's them, okay? And they just need to learn, they need to heal, they need to connect to themselves all over again. And if they do that, once again, they're going to be part of the new world. They're going to raise their consciousness, they're going to raise their awareness, they're going to step away from sin, they're going to step away from harmful behaviors that are not serving them or their highest good, right? And yeah, and so the chosen ones, once again, right, we're here to usher in this new era. We're here to usher people into the new world, okay? So you have a much bigger assignment. You're not here to just get a regular old job. Although, of course, your job can help you support yourself, right? And that's okay, right? Your job also, there's nothing wrong with the job, right? Just over broke. I'm just kidding, but no, really. A lot of us, if you pay attention, right, we've been brainwashed to get a job from an early age, okay? Our parents would tell us this, right? Or our siblings, right? Or just society, right? They would shame you for not having a job, right? Basically, it's like, and so a lot of us have been, because we knew we were meant for a bigger purpose, right? We didn't buy this, okay? And because of that, we were often shamed. We were often looked down on, right? We would do this to ourselves too, right? Because people are usually their own biggest enemies, right? In a sense. And so you maybe were really, really hard on yourself when you didn't get a job, right? When you were trying to do something different, right? A lot of you guys are leaders. From an early age, probably you started doing things for yourself. You might have had like a small business, like a lemonade stand or something like that. Or maybe you did other things like personal training, right? And so you were always, if you notice that, you quickly realize that there's a lot of spiritual battle that's happening within a workplace, okay? And so a lot of the enemy will use your co-workers to attack you because you are meant for such a huge purpose, okay? You're meant to wake up and shake up this world, to awaken people and to usher them into a new way of being, right? Or living, or into an old way of living and being, right? Into a natural way of being, right? And so the devil knows this, the enemy knows this, and so you were attacked your entire life, right? And so you're not meant for a job, because working a regular job also involves working with a lot of people that carry unclean spirits within them, and they're going to attack you, okay? And you guys probably have noticed this, okay? And maybe innately you also knew this. You felt this power within you, right? You knew you were really different, okay? And because of this different energy also, right? Because of this different way of being, right? You were also attacked, okay? Because, you know, it's kind of like in a story, right? The Ugly Duckling, right? The Ugly Duckling was also not accepted and attacked and mistreated, right? Because they were different, right? And they truly were different, and that's okay, right? And so you have a really different purpose, okay? You're not here to get a job, okay? Because your purpose is a lot greater than moving up the ladder, okay? Maybe you've tried doing that and it didn't work out for you, right? The 9 to 5 grind left you unfulfilled. It left you feeling exhausted. It left you feeling like you had no creative energy left, right? So, because how can you, right? Some people work 80 hours a week, right? And maybe you've tried that too. And but you couldn't create, right? But chosen ones, you are here to create, okay? Create. Your creations are going to alter this world. They're going to change this world in a positive direction, because you're not operating from your ego. You're operating from your spirit. You're allowing your spirit to guide you, okay? You're following your heart. You're allowing your heart. You're doing things from your heart space. That means you're doing the things that you love. And when we do the things that we love, we naturally support the Most High, okay? We naturally support Jesus. We naturally support, we're not in alignment with the things that He wants us to do, okay? So we support our Father. We support Him in every way. We are the perfect vessel for Him when we do the things that we love to do. Okay, so by doing the things that you love to do, you also inspire other people to follow suit. Okay, and they also, by following suit, they become happier and healthier, and they begin to align with the right frequency, with God's frequency. Okay, and so this is what you're here to do. You're not here to get a regular old job. Okay, and yeah. It's not about the money for you either, okay? It's about making a difference. It's about making a positive contribution to society. It's about, like I said, working in alignment with your spirit and raising the human consciousness, okay? It's about redirecting the negative course that society, the harmful course that society is on. It's about snapping them out of it. You want to snap them out of it. You want them to finally come to light instead of drowning in the darkness and then, falling off the cliff, right? Like the psychopaths want them to, okay? They're like under a spell, basically, and a lot of them are under a spell, okay? And they don't even realize it, okay? A lot of them are being used by the enemy in this state that they're in, right? This unconscious state, and they don't even know it. They think it's jokes. They think it's a game, right? They think lying, manipulating, right, is not dark magic. Manipulation is magic. It's black magic, guys, okay? A lot of guys do this to girls, and girls do this to guys, without even realizing it, okay? And once again, they're being controlled and deceived. They're being driven by dark entities and they don't even know, okay? And so you're here to awaken the world. You're here to lead them or help them back to themselves. This way they can take the power back like you did, okay? And chosen ones, that's why you can't have a regular job, okay? Your job, your purpose is much, much bigger than you've ever imagined. And you imagined it to be big because you knew deep down that you're here to do something very, very special. So yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna end this video right here, okay? Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos, all right?